Whoa, that was pretty quick. Anyways, welcome to Out of Capes podcast for Legends of Tomorrow,
Not
season
today.
1, episode 2, pilot part 2. This is a podcast focusing on CW's Legends of Tomorrow series. I'm one of your co-hosts, Safa.
I'm Eric.
And the way how this show is structured is first we're going to have a discussion on the episode. Then we're going to give it a rating out of 5 stars. We don't give half stars, only solid stars. After that, we're going to possibly talk about some spoilers. I'm not sure if we really have any, but we'll get to that at the end of the episode after we close out. So before we get going, one quick disclaimer is all opinions expressed on the show are of our own and not of our employers, whether past, present, or future. So let's get going and talk about this DC Legends of Tomorrow pilot part 2.
Okay.
So this episode they continue straight from the end of the last episode where they're still in 1975 or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, let's go to this arms deal auction so we can try to find Vandal Savage because he's probably going to be at this auction. He's not just buying at the auction. He is the seller.
Yes.
And they pretty much expose themselves there. I can't really hear you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
One part that I found kind of funny was when Captain Cold stole the ID, which was just really bad because he was holding it in the air when he stole it. He's like, "Whoops! Don't mind me. I'm not stealing this from you."
Yep.
And then he mentions that he's Arab on his mom's side.
Yeah.
Which he actually is, the actor.
Yes.
But I thought that was kind of funny because I believe he's Syrian, right?
I think so.
Yeah. I thought that was funny.
Yep.
But yeah, they get in there, blow the place up. Stein is a bad liar.
Yes.
I would like you to conduct a test because I highly doubt a person of your era would have a functional nuclear warhead.
Yep. His arrogance.
Yep. I mean, like, other than that, like, he sounded pretty solid, but
Yeah.
come on, man. You gotta play the role. You can't be a time traveler. Yeah, the fight scene wasn't really too entertained by it. It was just a bunch of big explosions.
Explosions.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you have Captain Cold and Heat Wave like just back to back spinning around, firing at everybody, and you have Firestorm and Adam just blowing everything up.
Yep.
Just a bunch of explosions.
Explosions upon explosions.
Yeah. I don't know. And after that, they want to meet Stein, like young Stein, because he is a expert of what was it again?
Alpha particles.
Sure.
Something particles.
Yeah. And they got like a young guy who looks absolutely nothing like Stein.
Yep. But he's good looking. That's all they need.
Yeah, he looks 100%. He doesn't even have like the same accent.
No.
Like, just completely different looking, completely different sounding. Come on now. So if young Stein did get with Sarah, would old Stein remember it?
Yes.
Is that how the timeline works?
Yes, he would just get like a really bad headache, and then all of a sudden he remembers it.
He'd be like, "Oh man, I miss that."
Yep.
But yeah, I don't know. Anything else we want to talk about Youngstein?
How he smoked the reefer all the time.
Sure. I mean, that's a thing that they did, right?
He was just cocky and arrogant.
And Oldstein did not did not want any of that.
Yep. And it was also realizing how he hasn't changed since then.
Just crabby.
Crabby and
Yep.
arrogant. Think he's the greatest thing ever.
Mm-hmm.
Which I hope isn't like every episode of this. Like a different character realizes something about themselves.
And after, I mean, like while that's going on, the dudes, Heat Wave, Cold, and Adam, they
Weirdest
are,
pairing ever.
yeah, they want to get the dagger.
Yes.
I find it amusing that like a cage just drops from above them.
I know. I noticed that too.
Like did they not see a cage above them or something?
I don't know. Like that's a very good question.
Like was that just suspended in the air above them and then I don't know.
I don't know either.
That seemed like the most Looney Tunes thing to happen.
And how like tall it is, you would think it would also be in the shots too, because then they showed a scene of like Firestorm. He was like on the second floor landing, and he's standing. The ceiling isn't like that much higher than
Yeah.
the
So where was
railing,
it?
so
Where was
where
it
the hell
hanging
was the-
from? Where was that hanging from? These are the questions that need to be answered.
Yes.
So yeah, like they get caught by Vandal Savage.
Yep.
And Vandal Savage has like the best headlock ever
Yeah.
because no one
Can get
Like,
out of it.
Yeah, like he had multiple people in that exact same one-armed headlock.
He has 4,000 years of training to do that headlock.
Yeah, 4,000 years to be able to master the one-armed headlock that no one can get out of.
Maybe he should join the WWE.
Oh man, he's like maybe Randy Orton can take some tips from him because his signature move is the headlock, right?
No.
Yeah, he does the headlock and makes crazy faces while he headlocks.
No, his is the freaking
It's a headlock.
It's that one thing where
It's the headlock.
You know, whatever.
Headlock.
You're thinking of the masterpiece
No,
who had like the lock.
no. Randy Orton has headlock and Edge has edge face, where he grabs his hair and makes a crazy face.
And then he spears.
No, he that's his move. He just does edge face, and Randy Orton just does headlock.
Whatever. We're not
I remember watching one episode of Raw where somebody had a sign that they'd lift up that says "Another headlock, Randy" with a question mark, and they'd lift it up every time he did a headlock, and they were like in the front row too. So that sign got a nice view on the camera. Anyways, that's a tangent. You didn't get my joke. But either way, Hawkman and Hawkgirl.
Yes.
I 367% do not care about their relationship.
The whole, well, it's destined for us to be together, but I don't love you. Well, it's destined.
Man, rape culture.
I know.
he is like he just wants to get in her and she keeps on saying no.
Yeah.
No means no. But it's destiny. Give me a smooch.
But I don't think he's gonna have any. She's gonna be in trouble pushing him away now.
Yeah.
Dun.
So like, I just could not care about any of their scenes at all. Like, do not care about their romance. They keep on showing the exact same flashbacks of them having sex. Like how many times have they used that flashback scene?
Because that's the scene where they get linked.
Like, is that like CW's like, oh, this is the sexiest thing we've ever filmed, so let's just show this exact same scene as many times as possible.
No.
I think they've shown that like every single episode that
It
they've
is-
been in.
Oh, kind of like in Arrow, they show the freaking boat scene, or in Flash, they show the lightning scene.
They don't show it that much.
Well, it's the scene. It's Randall Savage and them are linked to that one scene.
I don't know. I just do not care about these two. And the fact that Vandal Savage is still obsessed with a hot girl is just sad. Come on, bro. Move
Get
on.
over it. Yeah, move on.
Exactly.
Get over it.
Exactly. You lived for centuries and you still can't get over this girl that dumped you.
Mhm.
Boo hoo, cry me a river.
She didn't even dump him. He got rejected by her.
Yeah. Even more reason to move on. Like, you obviously don't know what love is if you keep on calling her my love.
Yep.
You big goober. Wimp. Also, speaking of Savage, his Arabic sucks.
You would know.
Yeah, his Arabic totally sucks. And speaking of chumps, Hawkman died like a chump.
How do you die like a chump?
He stabs Savage in the chest, and then Savage is like, "Are you kidding me?" And he just turns the knife around and stabs him in the chest. He's like, "Oh, one stab. How did you do it? How? I got chest plating."
Only Hawkgirl can stab Savage, and Savage can stab Hawkman.
His chest plating sucks if
It's leather.
if it got like penetrated that easily.
It's leather and a knife.
He shouldn't be wearing wimpy armor.
Original Hawkman is shirtless.
This Hawkman might as well be shirtless because that armor didn't do him any good.
Yes, I know.
I don't know. Anything that I skipped that you want to talk about, or anything else you want to discuss before we wrap this up?
No.
All right, you want to give it a rating
Sure.
out of 5?
Sure. I give it 3 doobies.
3 doobies.
3 doobies.
Why is that?
Because it was just like it was just meh.
I give it 2 out of 5 broken hearts.
Why? Why broken hearts?
Because Hawkman got stabbed in the heart and Vandal Savage has a broken heart. So that's 2 broken hearts.
God dang it. I chose 3 doobies because Sarah stole 3 doobies.
Like, it's just, I don't care about Hawkman Hawkgirl's relationship at all. This show so far is about, hey, these heroes are failures and they're gonna keep failing, but by the end of the season, they're gonna be legends.
Here's the thing that I didn't have a problem with the series as a whole so far, is that it just seems like every episode is like, okay, we go in, get this thing, and then we can stop Savage. And then every freaking time they do something that ruins up the timeline, and then they have to spend like 2/3 of the episode trying to fix the timeline, and then they finally get back to where they started about in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah. Well, that thing that fell off of Adam's suit
Yes.
was like the cheapest thing they could have used for a prop.
Yeah.
Like that was that piece of Ahmed's clock that he built.
I think so.
Pop culture reference. Anyways, yeah, it looked like just some wires and that's it. Was just this really cheap. Like they probably just bought an alarm clock, took a hammer to it, and then took whatever fell out, and they were like, "Yep, let's use this for Adam's
a rocket
suit."
launcher.
Yeah, and like, why is his suit like that's supposed to be designed for combat, falling apart like that?
Yeah.
He designs a suit that's specifically for combat. That was his intention to use that to fight crime, and it's falling apart like that.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Yeah. And the fact that like they're constantly like, oh, we're gonna keep arguing with each other, and then the plan's gonna mess up until we're gonna finally realize that Rip Hunter is our leader, and then we're gonna follow his lead. Nah.
Something we forgot to talk about. Damien Dark being in this episode.
Oh yeah. So does he not age?
I don't know. I think not.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, this kind of goes into spoiler section, but I can talk a little more about it.
All right. So let's wrap this up and get to the spoilers.
Sure.
Okay. So, if you enjoy what you've been hearing, you can support us by liking us on Facebook. You can follow us on Twitter. You can leave an iTunes review. You can contact us by email, capes@outofcontinues.com. We only have one review on iTunes.
And it's from a guy named Staffa, who's a loser.
What a chump. He probably died like Hawkman.
Probably.
All those things.
Or he got fired from his
All
job.
those things I mentioned can be found on the website. That's www.outofcontinues.com/TV podcast. You can give me a tweet. I'm at Sayed Staffa. That's at SAYEDSTAFA.
And I'm at emetzger712, EMETZGER7112.
With that said, I'm Staffa.
And I'm Eric.
And we'll see you either next week if we decide to continue doing this.
We do that every week.
Or we'll see you in a moment in the spoiler section. So anyway, spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. This is your final chance to stop the podcast recording.
The video.
Or the video, because the Undertaker will meet you in hell in the cell.
Oh my god.
All right. Next episode called Blood Ties. I watched the preview and I was like, okay, I don't understand what they're going to do other than the same thing. Let's stop Vandal Savage in the past to save the future. That's the only thing that I got.
That's every episode is going to be like this, but in a different time period probably.
Like, do you know anything else about this? Do we have anything else to talk about in the spoilers?
There's also it was confirmed. I don't know if you saw it about Arrow's gonna get his goatee, but he's gonna be future Green Arrow with the goatee.
Oh, so he's gonna
Legends.
Oh, okay.
So
sure. And you want to talk about what's his name? Damien Dark?
So I really do. I think this is what this whole series as a whole is going to be. Is they're going to throw in characters from Arrow and Flash in here, but in like the past thing. Look, they're in the past too. And Damien Dark, I think, just doesn't age. But this is getting more into Arrow, and we don't do one about Arrow anymore.
Yeah, I suppose he doesn't age because Ra's al Ghul did say that it was between him and Damien to be the new Ra's al Ghul.
And Damien absorbs life force.
Yeah. So there we go. He doesn't age.
There you go.
We solved the mystery.
Yep.
That's what we're here for.
Exactly.
Anything else we want to talk about before we close this?
Nope.
All right. We'll see you guys next week.
Maybe.
Maybe. We'll see.